So here we are, after 2 weeks of continuous use on the Dell XPS 15 laptop from 2020. Here we go, let's get right into it. So I'm just going to break it down and put it as simple as possible. This is a absolute fantastic beast of a laptop. £2,000. £1,949 to be exact, but let's just call it £2,000 to make it a little bit easier. So, what do you get for your £2,000? Let's go and start off. You get your USB-C Thunderbolt 3. Then you got your power delivery on that side. That's not Thunderbolt 3. Then you got your SD card slot with your headphone jack with a combo mic. So that's pretty cool. You got your Kensington lock on that side. So yeah, that's the outside. Now, let's get right onto the build. I've already gone over this in my unboxing, but I'm just going to do a brief, quick, over the top kind of like, quick on it, basically, kind of thing. Just going to get onto it. So, you got your metal build, top and the underside. Fantastic build. That's literally fantastic. I'm not joking. The build quality is literally great. Like, if you're going to buy a laptop, at least get one with metal build. If you can afford it, go for it. The metal, the rubber grips on the bottom, they are brilliant. They're really good to keep the laptop in place on a table. So the build is absolutely fantastic. Mine came with an actual dent, if you can see that. There you go. There's the dent. If you can see that right there. Do you know what? It's absolutely brilliant, this laptop, because the processor in this is just, oh, it's so nice. So it's basically an Intel Dell. It's an Intel i7 10th generation chip in here. It's absolutely brilliant. I love it to pieces. It's great. It's fantastic. Base 2.6 gigahertz, I think. I haven't got it beyond 4.6 gigahertz to be perfectly honest, but it's got a turbo boost of up to 5, but I haven't got it beyond 4.6, 4.7 at a push. But I get an average of 4.2 gigahertz, like for doing 4K stuff and stuff like that, heavy tasks. 4.2 gigahertz is about right, that area. And yeah, battery life absolutely fantastic on this laptop. I'm getting 8 hours every day. Netflix, I'm literally, do you know what? It's an absolute beast of a laptop. It's so good, the battery life. The screen is a 16:10 aspect ratio. It's got 500 nits of brightness. Let me use the face unlock quickly. The screen's absolutely fantastic. 16:10. It literally makes a hell of a difference. And yeah, the colors are great. Really, really accurate. Much better than my Asus laptop. Yep. Should have coughed a bit louder. It's much better. But then again, that Asus laptop was only 900 quid. Well, I got it for 700. I'm not going to go into that. And it's brilliant. Automatic brightness, 500 nits. It's absolutely brilliant. The keyboard is absolutely fantastic. Let me get you on that right now. Yeah, so the keyboard's absolutely fantastic. Great typing experience. Let me just exit this. The keyboard is so smooth. Have a listen. Yeah, so the keyboard is absolutely fantastic. It's really good. It's literally great. The carbon fiber weave is super nice. Does leave a bit of smudges here and there, but it's really nice and smooth. It's so good for the palm rest. They've made this perfect right here. So yeah, also the screen, like literally the bezel is literally non-existent. It's so small and teeny. It's unbelievable. Literally, it's the smallest bezel I've ever seen on a laptop. It's fantastic. Now, the speakers are absolutely fantastic. They're great. They're the best speakers I've ever experienced on a Windows laptop, apart from the 16-inch Mac Pro. It's just better. You can't really deny it. The MacBook 16-inch is just, sorry Dell, but But they did great. They're literally amazing compared to last year's version. They're like double the power or something. What is it? 8 watts. You got one here. You got one there. You got, I don't know, got something under here because there's something coming out of the bottom of there and there. They're only fantastic if you go into the settings of the thing and you tune them yourself. It only takes a few minutes. I'm not even joking. It makes the experience so much easier. So what you're going to do, if you want to change the speaker like quality and everything, like the adjustments and stuff, what you're going to do is you're going to go and type in the Max Audio Pro by Waves. And literally what you're going to do is you're going to go onto the sound section and just customize it yourself. And no joke, if you put your own custom thing on, yeah, oh, it sounds so amazing. Without it, it just sounds pants, to be perfectly honest. Literally, without it, it sounds terrible. With it on, it sounds so much better. Let me give you an audio test real quick. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the difference between the audio profiles, the one with all the tweaks that I've added myself. You can do it yourself in the Max Audio app. And I'll show you the difference. I'm just going to press the play button and I'll just swap in between both of them so you can hear the difference. With the audio tweaks that I've put in, I believe it sounds a lot better. So put down your comment down below if what you think. Max volume. They all see that it's a lie, 'cause we always give it one last try. Yeah, you've watched me break 1,000 times. Now I'm all alone, 'cause you never show. You say you will, but then you don't. That's how it goes. Don't wanna know. I'm turning off my mind so I get by. I just wanna be happy, happy. That's without the audio tweaks I put in. It sounds terrible, literally really bad. It sounds okay, it just doesn't sound anywhere near as good with this. Max volume. This is without. That's stock experience. I suggest you put the audio tweaks on. You can also do this yourself with the Max Audio Pro app. Comes with the Dell laptop. That's without. That's with. Well, there we go. That is the audio test for that. You guys could clearly hear, well, I hope you could hear the difference on my Samsung S10 Plus audio. So yeah, put your comments down below what you think. Also, while I'm talking about the speakers, yeah, unfortunately, when you're at max volume, this right speaker for some weird reason, it just sounds a little bit distorted and it sounds a little bit blown. So that's kind of a bit of a bummer. But apart from that, I don't know if that was due to me putting like, you know, maxing it out of everything, but you come on, you're gonna have your volume on maximum, like when you're pumping your music and everything, you're gonna have it on max volume. So unfortunately, this distorts with very, very bass heavy and very. If you've got a song that goes like basically a lot of everything, if you have a song with a lot of everything going on and a very jumbly song basically, then unfortunately that right speaker did unfortunately blow just a tad. Just a tad. You can barely hear it, but sometimes you just can with those really insane, maxed out everything kind of songs, if you get what I mean. But unfortunately, that did blow a little bit. Next, yeah, I've talked about the keyboard. Unfortunately, the trackpad, it is a broken, wobbly trackpad, unfortunately, which means after this video and after I've uploaded this video, I will, unfortunately, be returning this, and I'll have to take everything off it and put it all back on again. I really wish I didn't have to, but here we go. I'll show you what I mean by a wobbly trackpad. If you can hear this. That's basically the wobbly trackpad, if you get what I mean. You can clearly hear that, I hope. I ain't clicking it. I'm not clicking it. I'm just scrolling as you do. Back and forth. That's clicking. See, look how far that goes in. Literally, like. The trackpad, apart from it being wobbly, literally, it's great. Apart from it being wobbly, it's great. The only reason I'm returning is because I've recently used the trackpad more and more often for, like, commuting and stuff like that. You know, when we're starting to go, you know, when I go out or anything, like, you know, I can't take a mouse with me because, I don't know, don't have enough room on the table or whatever it is. So I literally just kind of use the trackpad. And unfortunately, I just notice it more and more. And it's got to a point where I'm kind of like, when I'm scrolling and everything, it's just kind of getting a bit annoying, to be honest. Now, I've heard online that you can fix this problem by tightening the screw down. But the thing is with this trackpad, the one I've had, it kind of goes like on and off kind of thing. It sometimes doesn't do the wobbly thing when it's cold, like temperature wise, but like outside and everything, like, you know, the temperature. But when it's hot and when the processor's really hot and everything and doing everything, it just gets really wobbly, and I don't understand why. Probably just because of heat and everything. But yeah, do you know, I've just answered my own question, literally, because of heat and everything. But it's kind of, yeah, that's what I'm going to say. The trackpad kind of a little bit annoying. So I will be returning it because of that, because it's just kind of getting a bit on my nerves, to be honest. Also, another little one of my gripes is I was hoping, because the MacBook Pro 13-inch, yeah, can fast charge your phone, yeah, via the USB-C port, yeah. The USB-C port, it can fast charge it, the MacBook Pro, your phone. Unfortunately, this cannot do that, which is kind of frustrating. You'd expect for Thunderbolt 3, it would fast charge your phone, because the MacBook Pro can fast charge your phone. Because on Android, it has this thing where if you plug your phone in, yeah, into a fast charging power brick in the wall, it'll tell you if it's fast charging or not. It would have like charging, slow charging, then it'll have charging, and then it'll have fast charging. Now, on my phone, it has slow, then it has normal, basically, the normal charging. It just says charging. And then if you plug into the fast charging thing, it goes to fast charging, the one that comes out of the box. Now, I expect for £2,000 for it to be capable of fast charging my phone like a power bank. But unfortunately, it can't do it, which is kind of annoying, really. So that's another one of my gripes, which, just to let you know, kind of thing, if you're going to purchase this and you want to use it as a power bank, just bear it in mind before you buy this laptop, that if you want to fast charge your phone, your S10 Plus, for example, it can't do it. It can do normal charging speeds, but unfortunately, my phone don't tell me it's fast charging. It just says charging. Yep, just plugged it in just to show you guys. I'm actually editing this right now, just to show you guys that I'm telling the truth. There's the cable. There's the cable. There's the cable. There's the cable. In the S10 Plus, charging. Not fast charging. I was outside one day in a cafe, well, not in a cafe, outside on the bench next to a cafe, and it was absolutely brilliant, this laptop, because, like, I had it on maximum brightness and the sun was literally beaming on the screen, literally, and I had it on max brightness, and you can see it, but only if you go like that at a certain angle, but you can still see it, which is fantastic. The screen, colours, and everything's fantastic. 4K YouTube is great. It doesn't obviously have a 4K display because mine's the FHD Plus version, but it still looks absolutely brilliant, to be perfectly honest. Absolutely brilliant. Now, what's next that I got to talk about? Another little gripe, but it's kind of important. So, okay, let's talk about this. So this LED, this lights up and it glows white, this little LED down here, when you're charging, okay? Now, when it gets to fully charged, it doesn't change colour. It literally just goes white, the same colour. I think it would have been better, Dell, if you're listening, that you make it go yellow when you plug your laptop in, yeah? When it's charging, so you know it's charging. And when it gets to 100% capacity, charge-wise, you should make it go white. Because if you're looking from a distance, yeah, and it's yellow, you know it's not charged. But if it's white, you're like, oh, it's charged, I'll disconnect it. But they didn't think about that. So, yeah. So, kind of, like, it's just not very helpful, to be perfectly honest. It would have been nice if they put a yellow in. But, you know what? It may seem like I'm literally, you know, destroying this thing right now, but to be perfectly honest, it's absolutely fantastic. Also, another little thing, yeah, when it's on a table, it's kind of a little bit difficult to like lift this up with one hand, as you can see. It's kind of a little bit like fidgety because with the MacBooks it has that little groove like thing in it, like that little gap so you can get your nail in or whatever. But this is like, do you know what I mean? It's just like a little bit difficult, a little bit difficult. But as you can see, I was trying there. So yeah, just to conclude, everything on this laptop is great apart from the things that I have mentioned. Build great. Everything else is fantastic apart from the little things. Oh yeah, actually, do you know what? I forgot to mention the Bluetooth. Now, I have had mixed experiences with this laptop. I have the Bose 700 headphones. Yes, I have those headphones. Now, I have had kind of like a wishy-wash kind of experience with them. Now, you connect them. You've got like, you know, different profiles you can put on, like, you know, change the audio and stuff. But I kind of left it on and off sometimes, depending on different things. But let's get into the real important thing, okay? Now, when I was, you know, listening to Netflix, like watching a movie or YouTube or Apple Music or whatever. Now, this is where it got kind of annoying, to be honest, because when I was listening to Apple Music and like, you know, Netflix and YouTube and stuff, for some weird reason, it would do this weird noise in the background. I'm going to do a really bad imitation of what it sounded like, but you'll get what I mean. So basically, it would be playing my music, going like this, ba 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 ba, you know, just music like that, and it would just do this noise in the background and overdo it and just go through this hissing noise, and literally that was terrible. But that was a terrible expression of hissing noises. So basically, it would do this really annoying hissing noise over the top of what I was listening to and watching, and I was like, wait, what happened just there? And literally, I'm not joking, it happened every 10 seconds sometimes. It's kind of like an on and off day, just like the trackpad. It's kind of like, it will kind of like, I don't know, it's weird. I don't get it, man. It's weird. It just like, it will go on and off occasionally. So one day it'll be great, another day it'll be terrible, and then it kept on going like that, and it kept on going hissing off and hissing. I just thought you guys should know, basically. So that's pretty much for this video, guys. I will be doing a gaming test on this laptop with Fortnite and COD Warfare, or whatever that game's called, and we will see how it goes. I did do some brief testing, but it wasn't long enough. It wasn't a like a really in-depth kind of video. It wasn't good enough, basically. So I'm going to do it again for you guys because I got to get it right. I got to nail it and get it right. So I'm going to be doing a video on the, I've just recently installed Fortnite on it, and when I uploaded the game immediately, as soon as you entered it for the first time, it was like, do you want us to automatically like assign the, like, you know, basically it will guess what your graphics card is capable of. Basically, as soon as you open it up, it will automatically assign it to whatever it thinks is capable because of the, you know, 1650 Ti in here. So I opened it up and it was literally put all the settings on epic, and I was like, okay, I don't think this laptop is made for gaming, so we'll try it out anyway. So I put everything on epic, and as soon as I opened Fortnite up and played a game, literally as soon as I get like 3-4 people around me, oh man, this laptop just kind of weird. It crumbles a bit. It starts off good, but then it's just not good enough, put it that way. It's not thick enough, or it's just not good enough to be a gaming laptop. We can do light gaming, but like medium to, like, you know, anything higher than medium, it struggles. So what I did was I dropped it down to medium settings, like, you know, for the Fortnite, and went to the you know, medium settings, and then I kept the range, like, you know, for viewing distance for epic, because that's how you do well, have the epic on, and it's great. So yeah, that's all for this video, guys. So yeah, if I helped you out today, I'd appreciate a sub, I'd appreciate a like, a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, subscribe for my upcoming videos, and that is it. See you in the next one.